How's it going, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to episode 20 of the Top Replays and Highlights series, a series where we take a look at some of the best replays from my Twitch streams. By the way, link to my Twitch down below if you want to catch a live stream. We'd love to have you there. Always like seeing new faces, and also taking a look at possibly some user-submitted replays from some of my Twitch subs as well. This is an interesting episode here in episode 20 because we are on YGOpro Percy, but this is probably going to be the last episode using YGOpro Percy, because for those that don't know, the makers of YGOpro have created a brand new game called Project Ignis, or YGOpro, and is basically a new and improved, much more polished version of YGOpro. Of course, there are still some bugs going on with it. They're working diligently on making updates, I'm sure. Shout out to them for making an amazing free game such as YGOpro, and even now this new game with the Master Rule 5 implemented. So if you guys haven't got that game already, it is in their Discord, the Project Ignis Discord, which, by the way, if you were already in the YGOpro Discord, I believe that is the same Discord. They've just sort of rebranded to the Project Ignis thing. I've had a chance to play it on stream past couple nights, and I've really enjoyed it. But I got some replays here still on the regular classic YGOpro that I want to show you guys before we go ahead and make the final switch over to YGOpro. And this first one here is called What the Hell Just Happened, and it's called What the Hell Just Happened for good reason. As you see here at the bottom, a little bit of a note saying that, hey, you can download the latest release from discord.gg/YGOpro-Percy. Will not be supported after a certain point, and that is after May 5th, 2020. The servers will stop working, so you guys should get in on that new game. Trust me, it is pretty nice. But this is called What the Hell Just Happened, and you're probably looking at his hand, probably like, yeah, what the hell is this deck? We'll take a quick look through here. And I believe this is game 2, so mind the sided cards, the Lightning Storms, and the evenly matched. But this deck is nuts, mainly because of this card right here, Mekk Auroradon. I've been gassing this card up for so long. This card is nuts. I don't know how it's still $80, or not $80, 80 cents rather. Try as it's not $80. I actually picked up a playset just recently because I'm just wondering, like, how is this card not so expensive? But this is me playing Mekk Knights, taking on this deck. Now, maybe not so much for Mekk Knights here, but granted, what this deck ends up doing is insane. As you can see, I'm going to go into a sort of a normal World Chalice play here with Mekk Knights, getting access to the World Chalice off of the lead, the World Chalice Fairy, giving me the discard target for Morningstar, allowing me to set up. This opening was not the greatest, so you see me end on the Spectrum Supreme Pass. It's really not. We're not here for this replay for Mekk Knights. Whoops, I just did the Omega reverse button. We're not here for Mekk Knights, though. We are here for what this guy is going to do. He draws his 1-card combo piece for turn. So Despot 3-1, going for Needle Fiber, going for another Despot 1, going for Auroradon. And Auroradon is going to just puke 3 tokens onto the board, and that will trigger both of his Despot 1s to summon themselves in the graveyard when 2 or more machine monsters are summoned at the same time. And he's going to synchro into Double Herald, which is going to allow him to go into Grant of all things, which is going to allow him to search Gigantes of all things and Necroz of Bryanek. And he's going to tribute those off to summon out the Beast Coltwing, get the other effect of Herald of the Arclight, and summon out 2 more tokens here. And that's going to trigger both the double Despot 1s. You might have heard of Despot Necroz being a popular thing in the OCG. And here, you can see his Despot 1s are so powerful, he's able to run over my Spectrum Supreme, not giving a care at all. Gonna go into Daigusta Emerald, use the effect of Cthulhu when use the Ziggy material to draw a card, recycle all those things back into the deck, draw an additional card, and Contact Fuse for Elrentientis, and then start doing Necroz plays here. Going for Unicorn, use as a floodgate. No, we're using Unicorn as an extender here. We're bringing back Coltwing. We're also using the effect of Ventus to pop this Dugares to make more room, and we're Coltwinging again for 2 more Despot 1s. Like, I normally don't get this, like, over-exaggerated about a replay, but this is insane. This is all off of 1 Despot and some Necroz cards. Going for a Herald of Perfection with Abyss Dweller and Borreload Savage Dragon. This is probably not an end field you thought you'd see anytime soon. And also getting access to Lord of the Red. And why is he going for Lord of the Red? Because he's basically searched Artifact Scythe off of Cyber Angel Benten, because when tributed, we know it searches a light fairy. In most cases, we've seen this in Necros deck, searching Vanity's Ruler. But in this case, we're searching Artifact Site because we can pop it during our opponent's turn when a card or effect is activated. And he's allowed to pop any card. He's going to chain it to his Dweller. He's going to be able to discard, I believe, or not really have to discard, I guess, but just pop Scythe. Now, playing Mekk Knights, I guess, granted, I don't care too much about the extra deck, but he's going to have Herald Perfection to negate, add back 1 off of Eevee, and that's just game. That is just game. It's insane. Maybe the guy who I played against, maybe he's watching this video. Let people know what your list is down in the comments, man. I'm sure people want to see it. This had to be the most insane thing I've ever seen. It's literally a nothing that turns into like, oh my god. That's why I had to title that replay as such. But that is the first replay. I don't know if any other replays will be able to top it, but let's go ahead and take a look at this next one here. This one is titled I Hate Burn. And I hate Burn for a good reason, because it's just like a scummy way to win. I absolutely despise it. You see, he's playing Don 1000 with Time Lords. Oh my god, so fun. The fun is just oozing from this man's deck. But I'm playing DDD here. Still trying my best here to learn new combos with this deck. I'm trying to pull off the combo that basically requires having Copernicus or Kepler with having Swirl Slime, Lamia, and Necro Slime. And I think I'm on my way to pulling off said combo. I might biff the combo here, and I wouldn't be surprised if I did biff combo. But it, you know, so far we're looking so good here. Going for the Crystal Wing now, and then afterwards making Gilgamesh, so we're not locked out of that restriction. But using that, Ghost is going to revive or bring back the the Gangster Grave. So I actually do end up pulling off the combo, and you're probably wondering, Winter, this doesn't look like much of a combo. But basically, what you'll do here from this point is use Needle Fiber once you get the opportunity to do so, and ideally that's going to go into that copy of, where is it, Formula Synchron. And then you'll draw a card, obviously. And once you've exhausted either your Siegfried or your Crystal Wing, you'll synchro those two into Satellite Warrior. That will trigger Cross Sheep, and of course your Satellite Warrior effect to destroy 3 cards. But you'll bring back the effect of, well, you just bring back Formula because you'll have a fusion monster in a zone of points to upon the activation of the effect of Cross Sheep. So you're able to bring back Formula and then synchro again for a Savage Dragon. It's a pretty cool play. You see, I'm already down to 4,000, and already being a half-life against a burn deck is really not the place you want to be. So I'm going to go ahead and use the effect here of Siegfried to negate. Now, I do miss out on the draw, which is fine. And I biff. This is where I biff, right here. This is where I biff the old combo, because I used Cross Sheep here on accident to bring back Lamia instead of waiting. As you can see here, I'm going to negate the Time Lord, and I'm going to go into the Satellite Warrior. This is when I should be bringing back the Formula. But I'm going to destroy all 3 of his back row with Satellite Warrior. This Chief is at 5,500, as you can see. I'm going to take a little bit more damage, but here I'm going to hard synchro into the Borreload Savage anyways. And he's going to draw some cards here, but we're going to fusion into another Genghis, bring back the Ragnarok, and we're going to tribute off and banish that Time Lord because we don't care. It can't be destroyed by card effects or battle, but Ragnarok says otherwise. We're dealing half battle damage right now anyways because we use the effect of Ragnarok into scale, but we still have so much damage on board that even with half damage, we still have enough for a game. So really wanted to showcase me winning there against Burn, because I absolutely despise Burn. I absolutely hate it. Now this next replay here is called Mekk Butter, and it's called Mekk Butter for probably a good reason. I don't know if this is the new build. Yes, this is. Shoutouts to Blue Sky YGO for bringing me on to this combo. But it's basically, if you open up a Vrom and the World Chalice, World Legacy World Chalice, you can pull off a pretty cool combo using Imduk. The thing is, I really like this combo. I like it's a good TCG post or pre-eternity code combo for Mekk Knight Pure. But the thing is, once Gearsu comes out, it makes this combo obsolete. Because it basically turns a 2-card combo into a 1-card combo. Power creep in a nutshell. But we're playing against wacky Blue Eyes. I'm going to hold the DD Crow for that Spirit Dragon play, essentially. So he's going to give me a free column, little to his knowledge. And I'm going to basically just go purple for blue. He puts this card right in the same column. Again, allow me to go blue for 2. And here we are going to go for that combo. You see me, I normal the Avram, link for Imduk, and Imduk is going to give you an additional normal summon of a World Chalice monster, which will give me the additional normal for the World Chalice, World Legacy World Chalice, which I'll link off for Avram, or the Almirage. That'll trigger the effect of World Legacy World Chalice, which will allow me to summon the 2 monsters in the deck, the Guard Dragon and the Lee. Lee is going to add another copy of the Cup. We're going to link those off into Lib. Lib is going to set the secret, whatever you don't have. Use Guard Dragon to bring back Avram because he is a normal monster. Discard here off of that second Morning Star, that copy of the Cup, and we're just going to go for basically a Avermax here, spin back whatever threat there is on the board, and just sort of push him in. I want to say the whole thing, but you get what I'm saying. Next up here, we've got more Mekk Knights versus Salamangreat. This is actually against a friend of mine, who I think maybe just hard passed going first here. As you can see, his opening hand is not the greatest, but he might have a little bit of a bait and switch with having Ash and that Nibiru, the Primal Being, in his hand, which he's not going to waste any time and use it right there once he sees the Lib come down, not letting me get that effect. I'm going to upstart and pass it over to him, but I'm still feeling pretty confident with having at least Ash and DD Crow in hand, but luckily for me, his cards he's seeing here are not too good. Try to resolve blue. He has the Imperm for it. And again, really not much we can do there, so I just got to pass it back to him. He sees a Salamangreat monster here finally. Gonna try to see some Sal cards. Just getting another copy of Will. Not exactly what he was looking for, but he'll take it. Allow him to get into Balinks, and he's gonna try to revive off of that Will. And I'm going to go ahead and say otherwise with that DD Crow. And just swing in with everything else. Luckily, Blue Sky able to block a bit of damage here. I draw a Vrom, which is nice, but not that nice. It'll allow me to get to Link Spider, which will allow me to get to that purple and allow me to use the effect of the Guard Dragon Engraved to bring back that Avram, which comes in pretty clutch. Resolve blue for 2 here. And we're just going to start going yippee yippee wahoo to go into the battle phase here and start establishing a little nice board here. Nothing too crazy, just a nice little board to kind of try and get the job done here. Unfortunately, it's Prohibit Snake for my Morningstar. Thought it'd be safe in the battle phase, which would have been pretty huge for this deck to be, locking him out in the battle phase, because he'll have a hard time dealing with things in the battle phase as is, anything over 2300, but he does have the Prohibit. He tries to use the Phantasmate. I'm going to burn the Ash there, because I do not want him getting that card on the field if I can help it. I'm going to set an Impermanence and pass it back to him. He's going to normal Falco, go into Sunlight Wolf, try to use that Will. Luckily, I set that Impermanence in that same column, so I can turn off both of those cards for the remainder of the turn. Purple coming back. We're going to go right into battle phase. We're going to force the Balinks and run it over here. Main phase 2, search for yellow, and pass it back to him. He draws Imperm for turn, but he's able to use that Will now. He don't really have anything to stop him, so we get Imperm and Sunlight Wolf. Purple coming back. We're going to use the effect of the yellow, and we're going to chain away the yellow with the purple, so it will go through, so I can actually clear that Will finally, and I'm able to sort of jokingly crash into the rock here. He picks up a copy of Rage. Can't do anything there, still has the Phantasmate in his hand, and now we're just sort of going to play the control game, using secrets to bring back the Red Knight, the Red Mekk Knight, and just sort of swing in with everything else. I will say we're doing a lot of play testing. He was beating my cheeks quite a bit. This is one of those games I got lucky enough to be able to take the win. And so for this last replay, I'm going to show you guys this one we're actually going to be looking at over on YGOpro, the brand new, simulation dueling system. I believe this is another Mekk Knight replay. A lot of Mekk Knight replays here. But this is going to be against Black Wings, which is actually pretty insane of a deck now with having Y-Strix in the game finally. But going to go for Morningstar, discard the Cup here, and that's going to allow me to set up sort of the bread and butter memory secrets play. Also having Ash in hand, of course, is pretty nice here. We're going to Ash 1 Black Whirlwind if I can. Rather not have him resolve 2 if I can help it. He's going to use their effects again. I guess they're not once per turn. I guess I didn't even realize that at that point, and I'm also just realizing just now, but it is what it is. Anyways, he's going to try to resolve some effects. The secrets does come in clutch here, but he makes this Armor Master. In hindsight, I should have negated the one that manipulated the levels. I honestly did not see this card coming, as much as I was expecting. But anyways, he tries to go into Y-Strix. I have another Indigo here, and luckily, Morningstar's, continuous effect does not affect the full Armor Master, so we can sort of play around that. Cup coming in clutch here to get key, mainly just to get that discard card, that free discard outlet back to my hand to use for Morningstar. Normal summon of Ram. Gonna go for that Imduk play again to set up with the Lib. Go ahead and set that Whispers to the deck. Clear off that Raid Raptor Y-Strix, and basically clear that Whirlwind back into the deck with Lib, and then go into the one card, you know, that Boral Sword, you know, is going to deal with that single. He does not care that it's unaffected by card effects, but, you know, Boral Sword always coming in clutch there. He's going to try to manipulate the levels here. Not going to even bother trying to negate that. We have the ability to turn off monster spells and even more monster effects with the Imperm, and also can turn off traps too, because we do have Key, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of top replays and highlights. I'll go ahead and show you guys that Mekk Knight list that I was using. That is not this list. It is this World Chalice Mekk build. So this is basically like a TCG current format build of what Girsu Mekk Knights will be able to do once Eternity Code comes out. I am going to be doing a test hand video for Girsu Mekk Knight very, very soon. This is what my Girsu list is looking like. And this is what my DDD list is looking like also. I believe I've just posted a deck profile of DDDs, brand new and updated. Same list you're seeing here. So if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend you do so. Check it out. But I think that's all the replays that I have to show you guys for this video anyways, and all the deck lists to go with it. And I might as well just show you guys this replay real quick. This is just a test hand of DDD pulling off full combo. As you can see, it just requires Kepler with, you know, opening Lamia Necro, Kepler Lamia Necro, or Kepler with any combination getting you access to Swirl, Necro, and Lamia. So this is basically what you want to do here. Go into the Crystal Wing, go into the Gilgamesh here. Use the Ghost to chain block that Gilgamesh if you can help it to get those 2 scales from the deck. Basically, this is the later part of the combo here. But most importantly, using the Ghost to put back Genghis. You have to do that so you can revive Genghis here lastly off that Ragnarok, because you need Genghis in a zone that Cross Sheep is pointing to. So you can do this. You'll Satellite Warrior pop 3, and then you'll bring back Formula, and then Formula allow you to synchro with the Genghis to go into Savage Dragon with the 2 counters from the Gilgamesh. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, those are all the replays and deck profiles I need to show you guys for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, Imperium Duelist, and use my affiliate link to TCG Player down in the description below. And consider becoming a channel member also. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, WinnerKill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.